Hello everyone. I just came back from my Christ entrance exam and it was from 12 to 1:30. So I just came back and I thought of telling you guys how the exam was. So in case you don't know, the exam is of 120 marks and you get 90 minutes to solve all the 120 questions. There are 5 sections in the exam, that is English, GK, that is general knowledge, CA, that is current affairs, logical reasoning and data interpretation. So basically in the exam, first of all, when you start the exam, at that time there is section wise timer. You have to solve the sections according to the timer which is there. So the first section is English. So for English they had given 20 minutes as the timer. So till those 20 minutes are completed, you have to be in the English section. So basically you're not allowed to navigate between different sections. And even if you finish your English section, for example, in 15 minutes, so you don't require the 20 minutes. So those 5 minutes you have to wait. You can't skip to the next section. That is something for which I was not prepared, but it's okay. And after English you have GK and CA. They had clubbed GK and CA together, so it was total 45 marks. For that they had given 30 minutes, and so for those 30 minutes you had to solve those 45 questions. Even if you don't know few answers and you just want to skip to the next logic section, you couldn't do that. After that, logic section was there, and then data interpretation. So if we talk about the English section first, it was comparatively easy because I'm saying this based on the fact that I had given CL mocks, Christ University mocks, which they provide. So compared to that, the English section which had come was pretty much easy. The main things which I would like to say there were prepositions, then there were active passive, direct indirect speech. Along with that, idioms had come, many idioms were there, and vocab question, only one vocab question was there, and comprehension based question, only one passage had come which had 5 to 6 questions, and those were also data based questions. So there weren't any questions which had, for example, what is the theme of the passage, or what's the argument which is being presented by the author. All such questions had not come. Data based questions had come. After that, if I talk about GK and CA, so in GK and CA, general knowledge regarding modern history, ancient history was pretty less. Constitution based questions had come. One question was about national emergency, question had come. Along with that, one question had come regarding Indian Contracts Act. One more question was there regarding Supreme Court. So what's Court of Records, which is said to the Supreme Court. So what's that? That question had come. The pretty less questions had come from Constitution as such, if you see, law basically. And other questions were mostly biology questions had come. Questions were there on the names of the bones. Then there was also a question about the most common type of kidney disorder which people have. That was one of the questions. And there were vague questions. I mean, mostly it is considered that GKCA would have questions from the past 12 months, but they had asked questions from one of the question was what was the name of the cyclone that had hit Tamil Nadu in 2020. So this was one of the questions. So basically it was vague. I wouldn't say that it was according to the pattern. So this was how GKCA was. Next, logical was very good. Simple questions were there, not pretty hard. They were easy questions. Maths questions had also come in logic. For example, they had given the ratio of the current year of 2 people, and then before 5 years they had given another ratio. So you had to find the current year of both of them and you have to choose the right option. That was one of the questions which had come in logic. And there were other questions also. Logic was pretty easy, I would like to say, especially number system, like finding what's the next number. Those sometimes get really complicated, but it was pretty easy. Normal subtraction, addition was only there. And along with that, in logic there were no alphabetic order questions. I'll just put one example what I mean by alphabetic questions here. So these type of questions were not there, and statement based questions were there. Normal, conclusion, assumption, inference, all these questions had come. and syllogism questions were not there. Yeah, even those questions were not there. Rest, I think everything was there which we expect in logic and analytical reasoning as a whole. I think that everything was there. So in the data interpretation section, mostly we expect pie charts, bar graphs or line graphs. Those had come only for 10 marks, while the remaining 10 marks were one-liner questions as well. For example, converting from meter per second to kilometer per hour. Such basic maths questions had come which we expect in MHCET maths. So those questions had come. So it was 50-50, 50 this and 50 that. This I would like to say about the data interpretation section. The good thing is they do provide calculator as well. So digitally, like in the software, the interface which they have for conducting the exam, there only you do get a button to open the calculator. So you can use calculator from there. At least in my center, I was not allowed to use the keyboard. So whatever I had to do with the mouse. Plus, I was not allowed to scroll using the mouse. Basically, the scrolling with the mouse was disabled, so that I was not able to do. And this is what I would like to say about the whole exam which was there. I think it was good. Obviously, there were other things which had come which were not expected considering the portion which they have given on the website, but that's okay. And along with this, if you have any other questions, you can drop it in the comments and I'll do answer them. And now I do have my interview next week, so let's see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching.